Alright, here we are, guys. Oh, this is not my favorite. Alright, so what I'll usually do, well, this is actually kind of a favorable wind to play it up here. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to use very close to my max number. I probably won't add anything, and I'll probably just kind of play it off of here to the side and kind of keep my ball guide just a little bit long. But as I mentioned, I probably will. You can see that I'm keeping my ball guide kind of long intentionally, and I'll probably just end up curling it. But I usually use a max ring adjustment when doing this, but I find this to be really the only realistic chance that you have of playing a sniper with the shootout. And you can see that I'm still giving it a little bit of curl. With a Kingmaker, you might not need to do this, but I do want to be a little bit careful. And here you can see that I get it off to the side a little bit, but all in all, that's not too bad of a shot, especially for a berserker ball. It's going to be hard to beat your opponent. When you don't win that hole outright, it really puts yourself at a disadvantage. And that's the second time that I hit berserker, got to the green in two. My opponent, well, that time, that was a very fortunate win, especially for the shot that he played. He was able to almost get it to the green. But, really the goal is to win that outright when you're going for that. And it's just, not quite working out for me. Because once we get to shootout, advantage Titan, advantage Kingmaker, these are going to be much easier balls to pull this shot off. However, I hit a very good shot for this hole. But one thing that you do want to avoid is kind of the side slope. So if you could see where I was aiming, I was trying to be a little bit more careful. And it looks like, that was a little bit risky because that could have rolled the whole way down the hill. That was very, very close to potentially rolling down the hill. So that's one of the reasons that you saw me add the curl. But what I recommend is you can see that I was kind of trying to avoid that very side angled slope. I could have played around with the guide and, not had to curl it. But what I recommend that you guys do on that is kind of curl it intentionally and get it much more up on that flat surface so it's a little bit more reliable bounce. So you can see with how I was doing my ball guide, kind of intentionally setting it offset to the left and then just over curling it. And that's what I'll recommend. But keep in mind my old content, because you're going to see me, using a Guardian there. I could put that, within 2 yards every time. But that's the only hole in the game for this tour. 1 out of 9 holes to use Guardian just isn't enough reason to bring Guardian. So I do need to get you guys some new shootouts, so be looking for that content, because you really need to learn how to play these now with Sniper. It's almost like it's the better club, because if, I only get that hole 1 out of 9 times, 11% of the time, for example, you don't want to bring Guardian just for one shootout. Where you're going to have an advantage 99% over a sniper. So, do keep that in mind, and that's why you see me going with Sniper. And, keep these new videos in mind as to why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. Good luck, and catch you guys next time.